live, Detroit, Chabad Menorah, Campus Meritas. Some ice skating. We'll be on the other side of the park. Open up, show the active life in Detroit. The big Christmas tree. My mother worked in this building her whole life, basically. The Hanacha, she got a job as a lawyer straight out of law school. Till retirement, she worked in this building her whole life. You see the menorah there. Pretty packed here. The weather's pretty good. It's almost 60 degrees. Got the police on horses. The ice skating rink, Christmas tree. So a lot more people are in this area than are you're here for the menorah, with probably a heavy police presence. Mayor's supposed to be here. Should have free food. Got a tiger. Hey, God bless you, sir. Thank you. So I think we got free food even. The menorah I started streaming before I got here, so I don't have any official capacity to with the event, but I know the people running it. People remember Sukkah. These booths that became very popular in Detroit. These little booths here. There's a different park called Capitol Park where Sukkah was. So this is Campus Meritas. If another park, this a more main park in Detroit. Sorry. So it looks like there's a lot of events going on. Now we're in the menorah section. We got bus. So we probably got specific security. So the security section for the menorah lighting part, we got the street closed off. The International Chabad Yeshiva training ground for rabbis that we send all over to the world. We train them right here in Detroit. Got kids dressed up as dreidels. Hanukkah. People put it on tefillin. This is what we do. People probably familiar with us. We're everywhere. But we strapping them in. Put them on tefillin. Giving out menorahs. Got falafel. Long lines for falafel and shawarma. So pretty successful event. We turned basically Hanukkah into a whole festival. Hey, hello. Got street entertainment. Detroit looking good, right? Anyone watching the chat impressed how good Detroit looks? Good. So they might, I don't know if they got a closed off section or concert. So this is kind of corporatized. People follow my YouTube for years. I have the first one that we did here, and that's the rabbi's wife. So when we first did it, it was oh no, I didn't pay. Yeah, you gotta pay. So now they have like a VIP section. You gotta pay special money to be in there. So the mayor's gonna be there. I don't know if Dan Gilbert. We have some prominent businessman. Disputes within Jewish circles whether it's the proper way to run an event. But look how successful Hanukkah is in Detroit. Got a menorah there. Got special security. I can't even get in. And we should have some speeches. So the mayor's supposed to speak. I don't know who's on the agenda. Brenda Lawrence, our local congresswoman. I think she might even be Democratic whip in the House. But she was actually mayor of my town. We live in the same neighborhood. Important member in the Congressional Black Caucus. She should be speaking. Maybe another politician, I'm not sure. Usually they give the forum to local politicians. So any of the major politicians usually have open invitations. See, like, pretty nice building there, Meridian. Dan Gilbert, previous sponsor. He may or may not be here tonight, but he's the big real estate guy in Detroit. He purchased this building my mother worked in her whole life. the First National building, and also this building used to be the CompuWare, and a lot of these other buildings are owned by this man, Dan Gilbert, Quicken Loans, now one of the wealthier people in America, secular Jew, but he supports this event, sometimes even shows up. Last year I think we even had like senior management from the local sports teams like the Pistons, the Red Wings, and the Tigers or something like that. So, it might even be like 20 minutes till it starts. I don't know if I got strength to monologue for 20 minutes. I know loosely, maybe even like half the people in the crowd that like I've seen their face at other events. Yes, it's right in downtown. Some people I know better than others. I know this rabbi, I prayed with him many times, but I'm not directly affiliated with them. And like obviously I support the local yeshiva Chabad training school, although I'm not directly affiliated with them, but I've been working together with them for years. I know almost all the satellite rabbis in this area, and even internationally. I've been involved in the movement for decades. So, people move on, they get transferred, become rabbis all over the world. So, like this is the biggest Hanukkah events we'll have here in Detroit, so the whole school comes out. But there'll be, each of the satellite synagogues will probably do something similar in their area. And they're all improving, because the reality, you can see my YouTube from the last few years, like a few of those have gotten much bigger. And when the first year, it was really just like 5-10 people lighting a menorah in a park, to having big events like that. Hey, Shalom. See you.
How are you?
Yeah, welcome back.
Good, thank you. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah. Shem, former downtown synagogue. See, that man is on my YouTube channel a lot. Used to be a prominent member, still is, probably the downtown synagogue, and then went to Israel. So I guess he's back. But anyone who's been following my YouTube channel for a while, I'm sure is familiar with our reel. This is Rabbi Pinson, who's been on my YouTube page also for years. The nephew of the famous Dove Pinson in Queens from a French family, but his uncle is one of the most famous Chabad scholars, and so he was brought in to be the rabbi here in Detroit. As he's taking a more corporate approach, as you can see, with like the VIP section, and there's different approaches to it. Usually Hasidic Haimish is less, less tiered, but the nature of fundraising in capitalist society here in America, even Chabad events get structured like this.
Be sure to be back by 4:45 for the fun stage fire show. And don't miss the Menorah Lighting. And ceremony will begin at 5 o'clock. Happy Hanacha and happy Menorah in the day.
Yeah, 5 o'clock, so you got a little bit going. Walk around, see what's going on here. Big line for the falafel. Like those sweaters.
No, don't take a whole hand.
If it wasn't a long line, I probably would have actually gotten a falafel. But
Go to the edge, black.
see, Detroit, got these bikes here. I don't know if every major city has them, but like the mobile bikes, and we also have those scooters. So he's roasting marshmallows. So try to add a few exciting events to make Hanukkah more fun. So we got marshmallows roasting. You know, look at just random Detroiters enjoying Hanukkah. Got hot cider, free drinks open to everybody. So like, people know me, I do food distribution with the Hare Krishna. I do food distribution like this with Hasidim in New York. Like if we could do this every day, that would probably be preferable, but it was nice at least Hanukkah, just hand out some food. Lots of volunteers. So thank God, looks like, I don't know, I mean pretty tight security. I'm not really a security dude, so like I like things more open, but looks like they did a pretty tight security and closed off the section where we are. More activities. Yeah. Activities for the kids. Event promotion. I've done all sorts of event promotion. A lot of the parts generic, like booths, tables, different groups, different activities. Family-friendly events, so. This woman, Nita, she's on my webpage. Hey, Shalom. Shalom, Anita. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah! All right. I'm going to run down here and get some soup too. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, all the way down.
All right.
Yeah, so it's like a full 20 minutes till it's gonna start. So I doubt I'm gonna monologue. In fact, I might even delete this and just start a new one when it starts in like 15 minutes.